What's up, LAB gang? So, welcome back to my channel. So, I got another story time for you guys. And this story time is my labor and delivery. But before we get started in this video, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's get on with the video. So, here's my labor and delivery story. It was May 23rd, 2017. I was experiencing a lot of headaches, you guys, like a lot of headaches. So I had to take care of some business that morning. So I went to go take care of my business and everything. I just was feeling really sluggish. My head was like pounding. I was just in so much pain. So after I took care of my business, you guys, I went to the hospital. So once I got to the hospital, I told the nurses that, I was experiencing some headaches, body aches, just everything was hurting. I had migraines for at least like 2 weeks straight, non-stop, you guys. It got that real. So they put me on the baby monitor. They checked me and everything. Mind you, you guys, I was 30 weeks and 3 days at this time. So they ran some tests and everything. They came back and said that I had preeclampsia, you guys. So I didn't think nothing of it. They was like, we're going to keep you here. We're going to give you 2 rounds of steroid shots for the baby lungs. So they did that. So after they did that, they let me rest for a while. Then around like 5 or 6 o'clock, the doctors came in and they gave me some magnesium in my IV. So once they gave me magnesium in my IV, I was like really sluggish to like the next day, you guys. I was like really sluggish, just want to sleep. I was just really out of it. So once they gave me the magnesium, I was sleeping. Around like 3 in the morning, a nurse had came in and, well, it was a NICU nurse, and he was telling me, he was like, when you have the baby, do you want to breastfeed or you want to bottle feed? So I was like, well, you know, you have to, well, we're going to try to get the baby out of you because you have preeclampsia and it's going to harm the baby. Well, it could harm the baby, guys. So I didn't think nothing of it. But after the doctor left, that's when, let's see, that's when another nurse had came in. She gave me she told me that she wanted to put the catheter inside of me. So I was like, is that going to hurt? I never had a catheter inside of me. So she was like, it's just going to be a little pinch, nothing too biggie. So I was like, okay. So she put the catheter inside of me, and then I fell back to sleep. So now it's May 24th. So in the morning time, they gave me my breakfast. They monitored the baby and everything. So they came back in the room and said, we're going to have to deliver the baby today. So you guys, I was like scared, freaking out. I'm like, well, I'm only 30 weeks and 4 days. Like, how small can my baby be? How long will my baby be in the NICU? I did not know, you guys. I was just like terrified. So once the doctor said that, and they was like, well, we're going to schedule your C-section for around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I was like, okay, that's fine. So my aunt was there, my daughter's father was there, and I believe my other aunt was there, you guys. So we all just sitting there. I'm looking really sluggish, tired, nervous. So everybody just kept saying, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, it's safe for the baby. So once they took me down to the operating room, they had me bend over on the operating table so they can give me my epidural. And I was like, well, if I move, what would happen? Like, they was like, but just try not to move. Just try not to move. And I was like really shaky, you guys. After they gave me the epidural, I got numb from like my whole entire body was just like completely numb. They was giving me drugs and everything in my IV. So they laid me down in the operating room. And all I know is I was just laying there and I was like dozing off. And I just felt all this tugging and pulling. It wasn't hurting. I just felt tugging and pulling, you guys. But after I felt the tugging and pulling, like 5 minutes later, they was like, it's time. And I was like, it's time for what? And the doctor was like, oh, they're pulling the baby out. And I was like, really? And I just got like super excited. And once they pulled her out, she wasn't crying. And I was like super nervous, like, why is my baby not crying, you know? And all I know is they had this plastic like wrap type of thing around her, I guess to keep her like heated. And my daughter's father, he just was like, she's breathing on her own. That's all I remember is he just kept saying, she's breathing on her own, she's breathing on her own. And that like brought tears to my eyes. Like I was just like so excited. And they brought her over and I seen her and I just started busting out in tears, you guys. It was like the most beautiful thing I ever seen. And she had like a head full of hair, a head full of hair. And I was like, well, how much does she weigh? And my baby weighed 2 pounds 10 ounces. She was like the smallest baby I've seen. Like, and it was just like really stressful because I couldn't take her home. Mind you guys, I had a C-section. I was in so much pain, like so much pain. So I went back to the room. They didn't let me see her for like 24 hours because they had to do tests and get her hooked up to the monitors. She was on CPAP for 2 days or so. Then that's when I got to see her. They did skin to skin. They did skin to skin with her father. And after they did that, they was just like telling me that she gotta like grow, she gotta learn how to eat. And I was just like, okay, well, I prayed and I'm gonna just put it in God's hands. So after 5 days or so, they let me go home. But before I went home, I went to see her in the NICU. That was like the roughest time for me, you guys, because I didn't want to leave my baby. But I had to go home, try to get rest, which that didn't happen. But once I left, I believe like a couple hours later, I went right back to the hospital to go see her, or I believe it was the next day. It was just like really emotional. It was like an emotional time for me, guys. And she stayed in the NICU for 30 days. It was 30 days. It wasn't too long. Thank God it wasn't too long. But the 30 days, it felt long to me. But it was just a blessing. Like that my baby was healthy. The only thing was she was just small. She was just small due to preeclampsia. But yeah, guys, I'm going to sum up this video. I want you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.